Hello and good morning, everybody. I'm back from Florida. Now, I know why I said I could recorded something, but I didn't because we were too busy. Now, I'm just going to point out that we did not end up going to the mall. So hopefully soon I will be getting some new makeup. I know my mom will probably kill me for saying that, but for one, I just decluttered like 3 palettes over the last. I got rid of them a few weeks ago, so I'm not planning on buying. There's like 2 Morphe ones, the bronze golds and the Jaclyn Hill palette, and then there's one from ColourPop, and I want the Sweet Talk. That's Steve Jobs right there. In case anybody wants to know. That's the Chicago over here. But I'm gonna tell everybody this is Storytime Florida. Okay. Our flight left at 6, which means I had to get up in the morning at like 3 in the morning, which is not fun. A, it's dark and cold, and it was raining too, so that was not fun. But later, when we landed in Atlanta, it was about, let's just say we got to Florida, and it was about 11 o'clock in the morning, I think. Is that when we got to Atlanta or Florida? I'm trying to remember. When we went to Disney World, we got in later in the day, but when we got in, it was like mid-morning by the time we got to Florida, and I had to hang off a bunch of my bangs, which are staying put. I've done this before, and it's my bangs and hair gel's not working, so. But anyway, we got to the hotel. It was about, like I said, mid-morning. It was nice and hot, but of course I was wearing black because when I go down Florida, because it was like 90 degrees every day and no rain. It was hot. I quickly changed into. Wait, was I wearing black? I quickly changed into something a lot cooler because I was sweating up a storm, and we had lunch, and then let's see. We actually spent the first couple of days at the hotel. We didn't go anywhere. We just ate, lay in the sun. Lots of sunblock because I ended up getting sunburn on this arm right here. Now, one day I was wearing a dress with really thin straps, and that's where the sunburn was, so it was very, very uncomfortable. And of course, my mom got sunburn too. I always get SPF of like basically anything over 60, because anything less than it is either barbecue sauce or it's a joke. Seriously, anything under 60. People say you should wear sunblock when you're inside, and they're not kidding. I got sunburned in 2016 on the cruise, and my back was hurting for weeks at least, and let's see. We got there Sunday, right? So we had Monday and Tuesday. We're trying to figure out when the graduations were. My younger niece's, her name is Lyra. Her graduation. The kids were in school until Friday. And my oldest niece's, her name's Ariana. Her graduation was outside in the middle of the field, and she had 600 in her class. Her yearbook must be huge. Her program was pretty big thing. I'm trying to find it, but it's pretty. Must be a pretty big thing. This piece of hair is driving me nuts. Seriously, I got hair jealousy in my salon. Sometimes I feel like with hair gel, I look like either Lenny and Squee from Laverne Shirley or the Fonz, kind of. But let's see. I mean, we had to leave for graduation about. We had dinner and then we headed there about 5:45. We were trying to find them and we found them and we sat. And by the way, we had to sit in bleachers, and it was kind of windy and hot, and the breeze helped. Oh, sorry. Actually, I did not lay out in the sun. My mom was on the balcony. I was mostly laying in bed trying to save up my strength for the graduations because, like I said, I didn't know what time they were, actually. My brother-in-law, Mr. Veg, wouldn't give us any deets. Unfortunately, seems to happen with him all the time. But anyway, more on him later. Okay, the graduation went off well. Like I said, 600 in a class is huge, obviously. Apparently, they called them up in a funny order, and apparently they gave their diplomas out because there's so many in the class. They probably want to wait hours for it to be over because she was in the K. So by the time all of them sat down, they just did all the stuff really quickly, and then it was pretty quick actually. Our friend Rose came. My oldest, Ariana, is actually hanging out with Rose this week while my brother-in-law is traveling somewhere. Let's see. My younger niece's graduation was... What day was it? Well, the next day. And thankfully that was inside, and she only had 60 in the class, thankfully, and that's a middle school graduation, so it was pretty short and sweet. And then my mom and I went back to our hotel, Lido Beach, and we hung out, and then they showed up about 2 o'clock or so. We were gonna have lunch about 2:30, and see, Rose has 2 sons, and they're the same ages as my nieces. So Ariana is friends with the oldest kid, and Rose's oldest kid, and they're actually going to college not far from each other. And then the other 2, one of the boys wasn't there on a different night, and because he went with his dad to Tennessee for a basketball thing. When we went to eat at the Tommy Bahama restaurant, which is awesome. We had a little problem with my brother-in-law again. Finally, I said to my mom, I said, I'm done with this nonsense. See, what happened was my brother-in-law, Jimmy, he wouldn't let Lyra, who's 14, hang out with a friend because it was family day, which, I mean, I understand that part, but, a little while later, I saw that she was crying, and she ran off to the bathroom. She's like me, and we're both very sensitive, and Rose went to check on her because she was gone for quite a while. And let's see, we went back to the hotel. She calmed down a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to find my old concealer. Anyway, my mom was with my nephew, Darshan. He was falling asleep in the car, and then on the way back, which didn't happen a lot of it with him. He's 9. We got back to the hotel about, let's see, 7 or 8 o'clock, I think. And the kids were planning on spending the night, but that unfortunately didn't happen because, well, like I said, the kids were still in school until Friday. Finally, Friday rolls around and they're finally done with school, but Lyra had the graduation in the morning, so we went to that, and then, is that Thursday night or Friday night? I can't remember. If I remember, I'll do a part 2. Let's see. We had we went for my Jimmy and our lovely friend Rose hung out. We were sitting out by the pool on the beach while our hotel neighbors, not our hotel, the hotel down a couple of hotels over were having a party, and I was hanging out with my nieces and one of Rose's kids. Like I said, the other one was in Tennessee. So it was, 2 14-year-old, not 14, one 14-year-old, 2 18-year-olds, and me. And we were having fun on the beach, and then we went to the pool, and the kids and I sat there. Lyra was still visibly upset at her dad, of course, and I mean, I was too, because he tends to yell a lot, and at her, I feel, I mean, Ariana is going to college, and she'll be home with her dad for another 4 years, and he's actually like I said, he's out of town for work as usual. When I got back to I didn't get to bed that night until at least 11 something. The other two, when I got back to the room, Lido Beach is like Disney World now. It has like magic bands to open to open the door and charge stuff. Which I didn't actually charge stuff. I just gave them my room number and they charged it for me. I didn't have to. No, those magic bands, I had to rip it off my wrist every day to charge something. But when I got back to my room after the brother-in-law incident, I took pieces of paper and I wrote some notes to him that were very upsetting. I'm this close to sending it to him. I wrote ones to the kids too, and I don't know if they picked them up. I got presents. Ariana's present I finally found when I got home on Sunday. And I know I haven't done a video. That's only because I've been Monday. We didn't get home until at least 11. I didn't get to bed till about probably midnight. I mean, actually, when we went to Texas to check it out Marbridge, it was election night, and we didn't get home until about that time, and of course they didn't announce that stuff till the results till, of course, the following morning. I mean, when you see young Barron Trump, the kid was like 12 or 13 or 14 at the time, and he was like wide awake at that hour. By that point, I went to bed. But my nephew was, when we were in Florida, anyway, he was the kid wouldn't settle down. I texted my mom from the pool before they kicked us out, and we ended up sitting on cushions on a couch. Sitting on a couch, and my brother-in-law dozed off a couple of times. And let's see, Lyra, my younger one, the one I got upset, of course. Damn, trying to look like squeaky orange, really. I'm not in trouble for that, but I don't really care. It's being so annoying there. That's part of my bangs, by the way, but anyway, let's see. We got up. Actually, before the graduations, we went to St. Armand's Circle, where they have stores and restaurants, and we ate at Tommy Bahama. We actually ate there a few times, besides at the hotel. The food at the hotels is the best food ever, but it's very expensive. So Tommy Bahama for dinner with Rose and we had 8 people with us. There was me, my mom, Ariana, Lyra, Darshan, that's my nephew, Jimmy, one of Rose's kids. It was all of them, or it was $200 for dinner. But it's worth it. And I wasn't paying, so, Anyway, and that was the night of, like I said, when we got back, I started writing, those notes. I wrote ones to the kids before, and then when this happened with him again, it's like I said, I told my mom, I'm done with him. I can't stand him treating his children like that. I'm ready to call Child Protective Services and have them taken away. Alright. I had a notepad and I used up about 3 pieces of paper. I don't know if you'll be able to read my handwriting, but I think my mom wants me to burn it. I'm like, I want him to understand things. You shouldn't act the way you do towards your children that you've been raising by yourself since my sister passed away in 2011. When she was sick and he was traveling for work, and listen, the guy was barely there to, I felt like he didn't care, just to care about anything besides himself. I should read that note, but not right now. I have an appointment in the next it's not for another couple of hours, but still. That's when I got home, my mom found the perfume that I was going to give to my niece, and I'll have to throw away that part than anything. I really should mail it to him when he's not there. I don't know where he is anyway, and I don't really care. The guy does this all the time, my brother-in-law. He's yelled at the kids for well, Lyra, for example, and Darshan as well. Ariana, he seems to favor over the other two. And, well, the middle one, Lyra's like I said, she's the sensitive one like me, and she, I mean, when we were hanging out at the beach and the pool, it was pretty awesome night, because, and then the next day they came over to the hotel to hang out by the pool with us, and Rose wasn't there, and Lyra basically sat by herself, which I understand that, and was doing whatever. Ariana was with her dad, and my nephew was in the pool meeting a new friend who's actually going to the same school that Darshan is in just a few months, so that's very awesome. A new friend. I mean, when the kids lived here in 2011 and 12, my nephew was a baby, okay. The girls didn't really have any friends here because they were all off, and those kids I just went to graduation for a few people, and they were the same ones that treated Ariana like dirt, basically. When he left with the kids at night to go home, he did not say goodbye to me. I mean, he said goodbye to my mom, but I mean, that's just rude. And I was like, what the heck? It's like, I was like, bye guys, keep in touch and all that stuff. And when he doesn't let the kids text us for some really stupid reason, but when Ariana's in college in August, which is before her birthday on the 29th, my sister's birthday was August 28th, hers was the 29th. I hope that she talks to us, because if that happens, I'm going to send her a text. If she doesn't reply, like, you're on your own now, but I want you to be able to text me when you're numerous at school and things, because I'm not talking to your family is rude, and she is like the one who basically I remember once I had texted her about something, and she came back with, basically in support of her dad, and I'm like, I told Lyra, the younger one, that I'm like, we were talking about things, and I'm like, and she got all defensive, but I know it. I mean, she's hurting. We all are hurting. I think Jimmy, he basically feels, I don't know. He and I don't understand each other. I mean, I'm 36 and he's 66, and if something would happen to him or my mom, I don't know. I mean, my mom's 75. She'll be 76 in November. If something happened to either of them, I don't know what would happen with the kids. I mean, I probably would try to help them out, but, and how would I get to the airport to fly down there and get transportation to have the kids don't know how we'd get the kids on an airplane from Florida to here in the middle of, I mean, it could be the middle of, God forbid, that's Jimmy anyway, but my mama, I'd be like, texting everybody that I knew on Facebook, being like, need to be sent here from like I said, I don't know where Jimmy is, and I don't really care, or maybe. Thankfully, they have good people to take care of them until he gets back from wherever he is. He's Mr. Vague. He doesn't really say where he's going. I mean, I think he should take the summer off from working to be home with Ariana before she goes off to college. I mean, he's the one who's going to have to pay for her education. I mean, he pays for her car and stuff. I mean, she and her best friend are probably going to live in an apartment somewhere. I mean, I would like to go see the place, you know, and make sure that it's good enough for my girl. And, you know, I feel like, you know, I don't know what the place is like, you know, I hope that it's, you know, a decent place. I mean, the place I lived in Texas was crazy. I mean, with the new lodges that were built last year, I mean, if I still was in Texas, I would rather have moved in like that and stayed there. But, you know, my house was so drama central. By the end of July, I was tempted to leave. You know, I was like, I want to come home for, I don't know. I mean, August rolled around and I was like, it was so hot and I was like, so much drama. I was like, I told my mom, like, I want to come home. I mean, I didn't plan on coming home permanently because there was still a couple of weeks left of that semester and I was done. But it's kind of a different story, you know. Well, my mom understood what was going on because I was texting her constantly of like everything, all the drama that was going on with this. I mean, the staff kept, they wouldn't let me have a nap. They wouldn't let me not work out. And I'm supposed to be talking about the kids, okay. I just hope that Ariana's college experience was well, but I feel bad for Lyra because she's, like I said, still stuck with her dad for another 4 years. I mean, I'm going to be almost 40 by the time she graduates. I'm going to be 50 with Darshan, and he was only 9, and the kid next door is 10, and I'm thinking that he was a baby when the kids were living with us, and sorry. I mean, I went to college for a short time, but I wish that I had gone to a different, I would have, see, they have this vocational program, and they wouldn't let me go until I was a senior, but I really think that my school should have let me go junior year, and I would have went to cosmetology instead. But back then I was, I had a baby Ariana, and and she was like my world at the time. I was into kids, I mean, I love her to pieces. I love them to pieces. And sort of like them in their own way, They're all smart, wonderful. My nephew is cute, smart, funny, fun to be with, happy, playful, lovable, snuggable. They're all kind of snuggable. My nieces are both taller than me, but they're both beautiful and all that other stuff. And being around them, I'm a proud aunt. I've been aunt to them for 18 years and 14 years, respectively. And then 9 years for my nephew. This video is 30 minutes long, but that trip was still worth it, despite the, there's still way too much drama with my brother-in-law, seriously. I have a lot of explaining to do with my therapist today. And yeah, I'm sipping hair again. My hair in the back is like, it grows like weeds. And there's some off isn't mine on the carpet anyway. I didn't trim up that much anyway. No. When I go to the hair salon, my old stylist is like, "Do you cut your hair?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I did that in Texas a lot. I was cutting my hair constantly because of the heat and stuff. I have, like I said, everybody knows, I have hair gel in my hair, and I need to undo my hair and put more product in the back of the hair. My oldest niece had hair down to her waist, and she finally had it. Now it's shoulder length, so, but it's very curly like Jimmy's hair, and she had to get up at really early in the morning to wash all that hair now and get up for school and stuff. Now she's done with school, and then our lovely Rose was taking like a million pictures on her huge camera, not counting her iPhone, but it's not an iPhone, her Samsung, whatever it is. Well, she has the old one, and her son had the new one, I can tell. It looks like mine, but this is an iPhone, hers is a Samsung. The new one they look very similar. But, that's pretty much my video, and I'm surprised I didn't go shopping. I wanted to go to BurgerFi, but our hotel is very far from the mall. Last year we stayed at the mall, and of course Lyra pipes up with, "I don't really need anything." I don't know if she's really saying that, or, her dad doesn't think she needs anything. And I just got a piece of hair again. Hey, my mom gets her own hair too, okay. I color my own hair if it, I just wanted to make sure it was the right color for, if something happened to it. Of course, with Rose, we were complaining about Jimmy, and I said, "We're shady." Well, she came over, Sunday by herself, and that's when I said it to her. She understands, because I feel like when we have these great people taking care of the kids and all of us when we're taking care of my sister, and I feel like after we came here, by June of 2011, after my sister passed away, Jimmy had, cut out, all these people and wouldn't let those people communicate. I actually told her, I'm like, because she got mad because I took a picture of her, and I'm like, some people haven't seen you guys in years, and I did post a picture on Facebook. I posted Jimmy's sleeping on Facebook too. He was sleeping on his mouth open. So that means he's a mouth breather. Rose and I were pretty amused by it. But it was late. He probably puts Bershawn to bed, makes Lyra go to bed. I don't know if he goes to bed at a certain time like I do, which is 10:30 usually, or she stay up and watches the news and stuff, come up with stories to tell. Which I don't want to watch the news, okay? In between, there's tornadoes over the weekend, and here, our rivers here are very high, because we don't have levees. Reminds me of New Orleans. The levees there were dirt until they finally built, ones that are supposedly better until Katrina happened, and then everybody knows what happened. The city got flooded. But they did build new ones, thankfully, but then there was the oil spill, and then there was a couple of other storms that were not as bad as Katrina, and they didn't really make a lot of damage, of course, but anyway, that's my video. I think we're going in September, actually, to Ariana's new place, so, that'll be exciting. I want to go to Disney World to make up for being sick back in February, and we get in the car, it's an hour and a half away. As long as, if I get to ride with the girls and not Jimmy, I don't know, my mom stands him, I really don't. I've known him for 20 years, and our relationship in the beginning was fine, but I don't know what happened. What's wrong with him? He needs a brain transplant. That's my friends. It's 11 o'clock already. Man, I'm going to be leaving pretty soon. My appointment. What else is new? Like I said, it's sort of why we didn't go buying anything. I bought a few souvenirs, but I'm going to do a separate video on that when I get back from my appointment. So, an appointment, we're going to Hy-Vee and get food and milk and Starbucks, and thank you Sarasota Airport for having a Starbucks in there. Miss Kitty Girl says hi. She's resting happily. You're fine. I got most of her paws in her tail. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and if anybody has any advice for what to do when your brother-in-law treats you like nothing. I'll see everybody next video. I also hopefully tonight or tomorrow I'm gonna do my May favorites. You know, May 1st. I mean June 1st is Saturday. I mean that's hard to believe. Seriously, I did this a year ago. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and please check out the rest of my videos. You know the drill. And anybody going to Florida, do not wear black when you're outside, please. Make sure to take a sweater though. Maybe Disney poncho. You're gonna be in the rain. I don't care if you're not at Disney, but it's unless you have a good umbrella. Florida needs rain, seriously. I'll see everybody hopefully tonight sometime. I need to film my videos in the morning because I have good lighting then. I'm not cutting hair off and complaining about people. I like complaining about people. You know, they're supposed to be my family and treat everybody like dirt. So, bye everybody.